Today guys, we're going to be taking a tour through my garage in Grant RP. I have no idea how much it's worth, but I'll be putting every single state value up on screen as we go through the vehicles, so I hope you go on to enjoy. And if you haven't joined the server before and want to, be sure to click the link down below in the description, click on start playing, select which server you want to play on, register an account, download the launcher, and if you need any more help, there's a quick video at the end to help you guys out. But with that said, I hope you enjoy, and let's dive into this. Alright, to kick things off, we'll start in our family garage with our first vehicle being a beautiful Maybach SUV. State value, $9 million bucks. Now this car I never actually drive. It is solely used to store weaponry. Chuck some more body armor in there. Every once in a while we'll take everything out, sell it to somebody in the city. Next to that, we have our forged carbon fiber Mansory Cybertruck. This thing is pretty cool. State value of $16,950,000. Honestly, I never drive this thing because you guys probably already know I hate electric vehicles, but it's still pretty cool to have. It is worth a lot of money though, so maybe we'll sell it to the state at one point. And then there's this car, which I will never sell to the state because it just looks insane. I believe it's called the Erendite with a state value of $25 million. And by far the coolest part about this car is, one, the doors are gigantic and they open like that. And then of course, it glows. And that looks pretty cool. The only thing that's weird about this car is I don't know how you're actually able to see out of it. There are no windows. And next to that, we have the Devil 16. I finally got my hands on this thing after a very long time because it was in a past battle pass and I never managed to get it, but now we got it from the most recent battle pass, and it has a state value of $25 million, which is, once again, pretty damn expensive. These two cars alone, if I were to sell them, I'll get $5 million bucks. Add that Cybertruck in, we get $8 million. That's $80 million worth of cars sitting right there. And then we got the Speedtail. Guys, it took forever to win this car, and we finally managed to get it. I think it looks pretty decent. It may change the color of the wheels, and maybe chuck some window tint on this thing, but I think last time I remember checking, it was pretty expensive because it has a state value of $24 million. The one thing I have yet to test with this car is if it's actually a three-seater. You can see there are 3 seats inside the vehicle, but since I've won it, I've never actually gotten 3 people to sit in this car, so maybe we'll have to test that out soon. And then over here, we have a Coque D10. I honestly don't know why I have it spawned in the family garage. It's painted red and white like a Canadian flag. State value 3.25 mil. Not too expensive, but it is fully maxed out at chip tuning. This car I actually bought from one of those beginner special things a while back before they introduced the new tuning system, so if I got it now, it would come with more upgrades. But you know what? Still a pretty nice car. It does handle like crap though. And then over here, we got the new Challenger. Now this thing is pretty dope. State value $13 million. The Challenger Mad M. Now, if I'm being honest, it's not my favorite look of a Challenger, but compared to the other Dodge Challenger we have in this city, this one is definitely a lot better. And then over here, we changed our Bugatti collection colors. I don't know why I did it. I'm also not a huge fan of the color that I chose, so I will probably change that one more time in the future, but we got our Bugatti Bolide right here. One of the first ones that we won in this city, $20 million state value. I put a little bit of money into it. Definitely not maxed it out though, because that is really expensive to do. Then we got our Veyron, another beautiful car. This is the car that got me into cars. I remember falling in love with this thing when I was in like grade 4. $8.5 million state value. Lots of pro parts on it as well. I know a lot of people hate that car because it looks weird to some of you guys, but honestly, it's iconic. And then next to that, we have the Vision GT. This car is awesome, but it sucks at the same time because you could see this secondary color, carbon fiber, and it's green. I don't know why on earth they decided to add this specific model because no matter what you do, you can't change the color of the carbon fiber. I've actually downloaded models of this car in GTA 5 story mode that look better than this and that allow you to change the color of the carbon fiber. Hopefully they can update that in the future because it looks so ugly with green carbon fiber on it. State value of $12 million bucks. Next to that, we got our Bugatti Diva, and I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't really matter what color you make as the secondary on this car, it's gonna look good. If black is the primary, the secondary will look nice. State value of $13 million. We are so close to completing our Bugatti collection. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. And then over here, we got our Chiron. We got a pretty cool camo livery on it. We got this thing nearly fully maxed out, except for suspension for some reason, and it has a state value of $10 million bucks. It's crazy how most of these Bugattis, or actually all of these Bugattis, are cheaper than all 4 of those cars right there. Either way. Moving on, we got our Gemera right here. Pretty awesome supercar. Nice family car as well. $15 million state value. The one thing I love about this car is the fact that it's only 1 gear. So you take off, it's a little bit slow, but building up to that top speed, you go fast as hell. And next to that, we got a McLaren F1. This thing is pretty badass. Please ignore the rims that I have on this car. my god, those are bad. Let's chuck some new ones on, shall we? I mean, those look pretty cool. They're a little bit too wide, but the look of them is decent. State value, 12 million bucks. And then next to it, we have the K car. This thing is honestly just a very strange car. I was kind of disappointed when I got it because I thought it would look like actual slime on the car, but instead it just looks like a crappy old car with a condom put on top of it. Either way, still pretty cool, fairly rare, only a $5 million state value, and I also fully maxed it out, which doesn't actually make it any better. It is still a pretty crappy car and handles like horse shit. And then we got our Ferrari F40. Ooh, baby. If I were to get a Ferrari in real life and I had a choice, this is the one I would get. $6 million state value, a few upgrades on it, and of course, if you don't know, this car is very broken. If somebody's driving the car and you're standing on top of it, you will not fall off for some reason. And I got killed, and my body spawned on top of the car, and they just kept driving. And I was just dead on the roof for like 2 minutes. And then next to it, we have the 812 Superfast. Now, I swear, they actually added some customization to this car, because I don't believe there was all of this forged carbon fiber available for it before. But I recently went to the custom shop, upgraded it, and changed the color to a nice red. It's only a $5 million state value, which is pretty nice. And as you can see, we upgraded it a lot at chip tuning, but I haven't put any pro parts on it, except for some crappy medium ones. Man, I gotta go get some pro parts for these cars. And then over here, we have our GR Supra with the neon add-ons, $27 million state value, all pro parts. And honestly, it's a pretty cool car just because of all of the neon elements. All of it glows. I would never change the rims on this car because the whole point of the car is the neon elements. And then over here, we have the beauty, the GT3 RS. State value, only 4 million bucks. Man, oh man. I remember winning this car for the first time. It took forever to get. I went through like 2 battle passes and didn't manage to get it. And then 1 battle pass later, we win like 3 of them. And I believe I still have 2 extra GT3 RSs sitting in one of my garages. And then over here, we got our Veneer Super Sports. This car is pretty dope too. I remember when it was very rare, but then they added it to the battle pass. Now everybody has one. $7 million state value, couple of pro parts on it. This car is awesome. And then next to that, we have the Lamborghini Murcielago. Oh, baby. Once again, it used to be a very rare car. $5 million state value, partially upgraded. I love this thing. Either way, moving on, we got our Maybach Concept 6. I've actually won this car like 4 times, I think. State value, $40 million. I have sold all of the other ones off, which means I profited like, what, $12 million? And then next to that, we have the beautiful Rolls-Royce Phantom OG. Not the new Phantoms, not the Mansory ones, the OG one. State value, only 8 million bucks, fully maxed out at chip tuning, and I just need to get a level 3 engine to chuck on it, and she's perfect. And then next to that, we have a Rolls-Royce Wraith. I have to say, this is probably one of the best Rolls-Royces in the game when it comes to handling. $7 million state value, partially upgraded. This thing is so smooth on the road. I absolutely love it. So these cars are my family vehicles that we would take to events. Right here, we got a wide body Urus, state value, 5 million bucks, literally not a single upgrade on it. Wow. And then we got the regular Urus. Once again, not a single upgrade on it, 5 mil state value. And then we got the GLS. The very first car I won in this city from the Savage lottery tickets. $4 million state value, a couple little modifications done to it. It's a pretty nice looking car. And then next to that, we have the Tesla Model S. State value, only 6 million bucks. It looks like I put one singular engine upgrade on this thing at some point. I never really drive this car. Every once in a while, I will take it out, chuck on autopilot, and go take a piss. And then over here, we have 2 cars that I won from car tickets, I believe. This is the Audi RS4. State value, 1 million bucks. So I fully maxed this thing out. It's actually pretty fast and looks pretty cool with the customizations. Blacked it out, some nice rims and tires. Exact same situation with this beautiful BMW M4, 100k state value, fully maxed it out at chip tuning. Well, that's the family garage. Let's head on over to my storage house, and we'll spawn in a few more cars. Continuing on in this garage, we have our beautiful Ferrari F8. Once again, a car I won very early on in the city, $5 million state value, one singular engine upgrade on it. Next to that, we have a 69 Charger. This is my dream car. State value, only 400k, so you're easily able to upgrade it, and for some reason, I have a level 1 engine on this thing. Next to that, we have our Maybach Limo. This vehicle is nice and luxurious, but the best part, of course, is the glitch you could do with it. $5 million state value. If somebody's in the front seat, tell them to open the hood as you mantle onto it, and you will go flying through the sky. Anyways, next to that, we have our little Mini Cooper. I don't remember why I bought this. I think it was just for shits and giggles, but I fully maxed it out at chip tuning, and I fully maxed it out at the custom shop. It's only worth $49K. Why not? Exact same situation with the Panto. $70,000 state value, maxed out at chip tuning, and I have a Pro engine on it for some reason. Why on earth did I put a Pro engine on a freaking smart car? Oh my gosh. And then next to that, we have the Hakucho Drag. I believe I bought this bike for some reason. $320,000 state value, fully maxed it out. And then over here, we have our two Karen Mark IIs. Halloween edition. Now, this is from like 3 years ago, I think. Both of them are worth $500,000 each, and I believe they're both fully maxed out at chip tuning. I used to use these as family vehicles back in the day. They are pretty cool, and I have not seen another person drive one of these in the city for a very long time. And then over here, we have our Ram 1500. Oh yeah, baby. Beautiful truck. $3.5 million state value. And then over here, we have a BMW Z4. I don't believe you can actually get this car anymore. State value, only $500K, fully maxed out at chip tuning. And then over here, we have a Camaro with really bad rims. Oh my gosh, the rim choices I've made have not been great. What should we toss on? Let's check on these ones, see if those look nice. Okay, so did you guys just see that? It just stole my rims. It did not put them on the car. They just disappeared. They're still in my inventory. Lovely. Nope. Okay, so I guess I can't put these rims on this car then. State value, $4 million with a medium engine, and that is it. And then over here, we have our 911 Carrera GT, I believe. Carrera 2. No upgrades on it, $2 million state value. Back in the day when there was no speed cap at 540 kilometers per hour, this car, if you were to put premium fuel in it, would literally go like 800 kilometers per hour. And then we got the Rhapsody. I don't know why I own this. Fully maxed out at chip tuning, $172,000. You're gonna see a lot of really random cars, by the way. We have not one, not two, but 4 dirt bikes, because who doesn't love just hopping on a dirt bike, riding up the side of a mountain, or going to a little dirt bike track and just messing around for a bit. Each of them have a state value of 100K. Some of them have upgrades, some of them don't. Over here, we got our G63 6x6. Beautiful truck. I've won it a few times. $10 million state value, no upgrades on it. Next to that, we have a Karen Futo GTX, a GTA car. $125,000 maxed out at chip tuning, and I think I may have put a drift kit on this thing. Same thing with the Gauntlet Hellfire. Beautiful car from GTA 5 Online. Maxed out at chip tuning, 340 grand. I also saw that this exact model is going to be used in GTA 6. Moving on over here, we have our BMW Z4. Another one. That's right. 500K, not a single upgrade in sight. And then we got our Journey. I remember buying this with a few of my friends. They also bought some as well. It only cost 48 grand. We fully maxed them out and just drove around the city in crappy old RVs. And then over here, we got our 911 Turbo, $6 million state value, not an upgrade in sight, except at the custom shop. And then we got our 9F, state value of 1.5 mil, fully maxed it out at chip tuning. I believe I also got this car from buying one of those beginner packs at some point. And then right here, we have a rat truck. No, not a rat loader, an actual rat truck, 70 grand, not maxed out at all. The only reason I bought this thing is because there's a glitch you could do in GTA Online with it, and I wanted to test it out in Grand, and to my surprise, it does not work. Let's head on over to our next garage. Continuing on, we have the Vapid Click. State value of 250K. I did purchase this car. I don't know why. Next to that, we have 2 cars, the Jubilee and the Deity. The Deity, $1.25 million state value, nearly maxed out at chip tuning. The Jubilee, $1.4 million, not a single upgrade in sight. The best part about these cars is the fact that they are bullet resistant. You could shoot at me while I'm sitting in the driver's seat with a shotgun and it will not hit me. Moving on, we have another car I actually got from the exact same birthday event, the Hot Wheels car. $3 million state value, a few little upgrades, and it's a 1-seater. Moving on, we have Lamar's Weed Van, 700K state value, and I literally just use this thing to store some crappy masks. And then over here, we have yet another BMW Z4. 500K, of course, no upgrades. I don't even know why I have this. I already have 2 other ones. Continuing on, we have our beautiful Tundra. I actually did have 2 of these, but I sold one of them to my friend. I have no idea how much they're worth now, but to the state, it's only 3 mil. Next to that, we have a Bagger, Franklin's motorcycle, 130K state value. There is no way I bought this thing. I must have won it from something at some point. Exact same situation with this car. This is the Chaser. Yes, Karen Chaser, no upgrades, $1 million state value. This was definitely from a battle pass. The only reason I kept it is because maybe one day it'll come in handy in the family garage. Next to that, we have the Bugatti 801. This is actually a great motorcycle. I upgraded it a little bit at chip tuning, 285K state value. And then over here, we got a Moonbeam, literally just used to store masks, $112,000 state value. I believe I still have some masks in here that I could sell. Yep, a lot of masks that I could sell. And then over here, for some reason, I have a Toyota Prius. Is it upgraded? It is not upgraded. $121,000 state value. I must have bought this for a reason. And then over here, I actually just bought this recently, is a beautiful Audi R8. State value of $2.8 million, fully maxed out at chip tuning, and with all pro parts, I actually paid $9 million for this car. It's the cheapest one I've seen, and honestly, it looks so freaking clean. Moving on to the other side, we got the gigantic F650. State value, $5 million bucks. A few minor upgrades on it. It took me 11 attempts to craft this truck. I believe that's around 1,100 scrap metal. And then we got the Burger Fahrzugen Cedric. State value of $30 million. This car is stupid expensive. It drives itself, of course. The underglow was $3.8 million. Next to that, we have the Phantom 6x6. State value $38 million. Of course, no upgrades at chip tuning because that's going to be way too expensive. And then we got the regular burger car right here. $5 million state value, a pro engine on it, and that's it. Continuing on, we got the little Veyron. State value, $20 million. Do you guys find it crazy that this little tiny Bugatti Veyron is worth more than double of the actual Bugatti Veyron? We got the Corolla AE right here. Once again, I don't know why I still have this car. It has no upgrades. It's worth 150 grand. And I have kept it for some random reason. And then over here, we got a BMW M3, $380,000 state value, maxed out at chip tuning. I swear I did not put those rims on this car. And then over here, we got our BRZ from an old Battle Pass, state value of 2.5 mil. Not a bad car. Out of this car, and that car, it's the only one with a few minor upgrades, which really disappointed me because the next car is the Challenger. It looks nice. $1 million state value. Not a single upgrade for this car, by the way. It is just a basic SXT V6 Challenger. So I decided to protest and put some ugly rims on it. Next to that, we have a Trackhawk. Actually, it's just a regular Grand Cherokee. I thought it was a Trackhawk, but I guess it's not. $1.5 million state value. Once again, no upgrades, but I have to admit, it does look pretty cool. Next to that, we got a beautiful Pagani Huayra. I actually had two of these. I sold one of them off. It's got a few pro parts on there. I remember when they added this one to the game, they changed the vinyl from black to white, I believe. So that's why it looks like this. It's still a pretty cool looking car though. And next to that, we have our Shitaro. This bike also brings back some memories. 500k state value. I never use it in this city, but every once in a while when I play GTA Online, I'll do some of those deadline races because they are fun as hell. Continuing on, we got a beautiful Evo. This car, 600 grand, fully maxed out at chip tuning, partially upgraded with the new pro parts. Next to that, we have our Ford Focus RS, state value of 900k. I don't really know why I kept this car, but I've always been a fan of it in real life. And then over here, we have the Homage. I've won this car 3 or 4 times now. This is the only one that I own. I sold all the other ones off. $25 million state value, which means I made like $7.5 million off of this car. Next to that, we have our Chiron Super Sport, which I have also won like 4 times, and I have sold all of them off except for this one. State value, once again, $25 million. If I kept every single car I've ever won, this garage would be worth billions. I don't use a lot of the cars, and I'd rather have the cash. Next to that, we have the Atlantic. Very weird looking car. $10 million state value. I don't really like the customization on it because you could change the interior color and then change the color of the entire body of the car in one. So no secondary color really. Next to that though, we have the Vision. $20 million state value. Nearly maxed out with pro parts. This thing is fast as hell, but it handles like dog shit. Over here we have our beautiful S-Class. I actually kept it completely bone stock because I just love the way it looks. Nice white paint job, no tint on the windows, and the rims look nice. It also cost $35 million, so I didn't really want to spend any money upgrading it. Next to that, we have the Halloween car. I remember when this came out, 500k state value, partially upgraded. I won this thing within like 5 minutes. I also have not driven it since then, but you know what? It's almost Halloween, so maybe we'll take it for a spin soon. And then over here, we have another GT3 RS. Bone stock, it's just an extra one I have. I said when I won it, I would never sell it, and it's still here. Next to that, we have the S1, which I believe was a free car. 100k state value, super cheap to upgrade. Maybe I'll do that one day. And then over here, we have the Road King, another vehicle you can win from the shard containers. $19 million state value for a motorcycle. Next to that, we have the GRP Off-Road. Yes, you could take this thing off-road because it literally says off-road in its name. Fully maxed out at chip tuning, nearly fully upgraded with pro parts, $3 million state value. Next to that, we have a classic 3 Series. Don't know why I have this. State value is only 500k. I'm guessing that's why I have it, because if I sold it, I would only get 50 grand. Moving on to the other side of the garage, we got our RX-7 Velside. I wish I still had my Velside Fortune. Sadly, I sold it for like $38 million, I think. This car, only worth 1.8 mil. Never driven it, probably won't ever do that because not a huge fan of the vinyl on it, and honestly, I just like the Velside way more than the regular RX-7. Next to that, we have a Gallardo. I have won this thing more times than I can count. It's been in the Battle Pass multiple times for some reason. 7 mil state value. It's a nice Lambo. We got a BMW, nice 3 Series. 3 mil state value, no upgrades. I don't know why I have this, and I will most likely sell it after I'm done recording this video. And then we have another GT3 RS, 4 mil state value. Just kept it because I don't want to sell it. And then over here, we have one of the most expensive cars, if not the most expensive car in the game, the Mistral, $50 million state value, which is just mind-blowing. Over here, we have the RX-8, which I believe came from the same battle pass as that RX-7 Velside. 1.3 mil state value, never driven it, and don't intend to. Next to that, we got another BMW. It's an M2. $6 million for an M2 is crazy. Holy crap. Looks pretty cool though. Don't think I've ever driven this. And once again, I don't intend to. And then over here, we got the Tourbillon. Beautiful Bugatti. $28 million state value. I still need to go and customize it. I need to change all of the Bugattis to the exact same colorway. Same thing goes for this. The Bugatti SUV concept. 21 mil state value. Front end of a Devo, and the rear kinda resembles like a Urus. Over here, we got a Mustang Mach-E. I actually had like 20 of these. I sold all of them except for one. $5 million state value. It's an electric car, so I don't drive it. Next to that, we have our Supra, which I have bone stock for some reason. 2.5 mil state value. I believe I won this one from lottery tickets. And then over here, we have the Project One, $25 million state value. I've won this car like 6,000 times, and I kept selling them. This one, I decided, let's just keep it. Either way, let's take a look at a few more cars. Hopefully, I don't have too many left, but man, I have a lot of vehicles. Continuing on, we got a Valentine's Day 3 Series, $3 million state value. Literally only kept it because it was a Valentine's Day car. And I also put some ugly rims on it. Next to that, we have the CBR, 3 million state value. I've actually driven this bike at Beach Market, fully upgraded. It is insane. Next to that, we have the Raptor, 4.5 mil state value. I really do wish they added the 4-door version of the Raptor because this one, in my opinion, just doesn't look all that great. Next to that, we have our Dodge Durango. And this is the SRT edition. Oh baby, 7 mil state value, and for some reason I only have pro tires on it. If only this was the Hellcat Durango. Next to that though, we have a beautiful Tacoma. $16,930,000 for this car. I don't know why they decided to make that the state value, but they did for some reason. And then next to that, we have an S900. $27 million state value, beautiful Mercedes. These cars that have been coming out, the state values have been insane on them. Over here, we have a Vigero ZX. $3 million state value. This car has tons of upgrades. Sadly, most of them aren't actually available because we don't have a Benny's workshop in Grand RP. Over here, we got a go-kart. It's worth 500 grand, fully maxed it out. I also have 2 more that are completely stock. Over here, we have the McLaren Artura, $19,750,000. It's a pretty cool looking car. Then over here, we got our Mini Cooper Yade Edition. State value, $7.5 million. And then over here, we got our Porsche 718 with a body kit on it. $18,250,000. I honestly just think it looks nice. We have yet another Vigero ZX. We got 2 of them. $3 million state value. And then over here, we got our Skyline with the Christmas tree add-on. $4.5 million. Honestly, the only time I would ever drive this would be at Christmas time. So I guess you may see me on the roads when it's the holidays. Over here, we have a Faction. Don't know why I have this. It's only worth 105K. It's not upgraded at all. And then right here, we got our beautiful Vulcan, which actually just before recording this video, I went and purchased back because it got stolen almost instantaneously. $20 million. I paid $2 mil to get it back. Somebody spawned it in the family garage, drove it for 5 minutes, left it on the road, and it was gone. And then over here, we got the Cyber Mini. I only have this car still because it just looks weird. $6.5 million. The most I've ever driven it is from where it's parked to a little bit further from that. Just a weird looking car. Over here, we got a 50-hour car, 500K state value, Maserati Alfieri. Probably pronounced that wrong. It looks pretty cool though. And then over here, we got a Boat Tail. State value, $40 million. I remember before I used to say the Rolls-Royce Dawn container was the best to make money, but no. It's the boat tail container, because if you win the car, this is worth more than triple of what the Dawn is worth. Over here, we have another GLS 63, $4 million state value. Don't know why I have it. We'll probably sell it. Right here, we got a beautiful Jesco. I've had this car many times before as well. $13 million, but this one I will never get rid of because I had like 2 or 3 before and I sold them. I'm keeping this one. I give you my word. Over here, we have the GTR 50. I won this from opening one singular RP ticket at a random point in time, and I was really happy. 5 mil state value, but then shortly after that, I managed to win 2 or 3 more of these things. Over here, we have the Lamborghini Miura. I want you guys to be honest with me. I know these rims are ugly, but do they look okay on this car? State value, 9.8 mil. And then next to this, we have yet another Lamborghini Murcielago, customized exactly like the other one I own. 5 mil state value. Like if you were to put those rims on this car, it would look horrid. Anyways, let's continue on to our last few cars. Going over the final cars of the video, we have a 50-hour car, the Coil R1S, $100,000 state value. It's electric, but it's an SUV, so I may use it to store some stuff. Next to that, another 50-hour car, $100,000 for a Ferrari is pretty solid. I believe this is also where I got these 2 Cyber Quads. State value, $500,000 for both of them. 500 grand each for a Tesla Cyber Quad, not too shabby. Moving on over here, we have the Vision 74, which you get from lottery tickets, 100K state value. I won like 13 of these at one point as well, sold them all. This one, I actually won from car tickets. And then we got another Maserati Alfieri, $500,000 state value. So all of these cars are relatively cheap to upgrade and insure, which is pretty solid. But then we got more cars that are more expensive, like the Charger Daytona, $4 million state value. Really nice looking car. Probably the worst car in the game when it comes to handling. It is absolutely dog shit. If you've ever driven it, you know what I'm talking about. Right here, we got another Camaro, 4 mil state value, and I have to admit, the rims look really nice. Next to that, we got a beast. An X6M, $18 million state value. This thing is fire. I wish it was a little cheaper, along with a lot of the other cars, because then I could customize them a bit, make them a bit faster, but honestly, you're not going to catch me spending $18 million to upgrade to a level 4 engine. Next to that, we got an Aston Martin Zagato Speedster. $15 million state value. Once again, not really going to upgrade it just because it costs so much money. Over here, we got a Koenigsegg 1. $15 million state value. Over here, we got the Monstrosity. $6.2 million state value. I actually don't remember where I won this from, but after I won it, I fully maxed it out, at least at the custom shop. And then right here, we got another one of the car ticket vehicles, the R1S, $100,000. Just gonna use it for storage because there's no point in selling it because I will only get $10,000. Right here, we got the Bugatti Cento Dissetti. Now, I didn't even want this car. I wasn't ever going to add it to my Bugatti collection, but it's worth $20 million, and I won it from an RP ticket, so I was like, screw it. Might as well add it to the collection, and now it's sitting in my garage, and I have to admit, it still looks pretty ugly, but it looks a lot better than the Atlantic. And then next to that, oh baby, we got the TRX, fully maxed out with Pro Parts, $18 million state value. I remember driving to get insurance on this thing. I let my friend drive it. She crashed it into a gas station instantly. We both died, it got stolen, and I have not driven it since. I just bought it back today. It's nice to have it back in the garage, man oh man. And then right over here, a nice off-roading G-Wagon, the Mercedes Crawler Brabus. $15 million state value. If you ever want to go off-roading, you can take this thing and you won't get in trouble. Next to that, we have 2 scramjets. I actually had 3. I sold one of them off. $8.5 million state value. I bought insurance on both of them, upgraded them both a little bit, and then they removed the jump boost and the rocket boost. Kinda sucks, but it is what it is. And then the final car, we have the 10F wide body. State value, $9 million bucks. Customized it a bit at the custom shop, and it's looking pretty damn nice. Now, there are a lot of other cars that I didn't even bother to show you guys because what's the point? For example, these 2 bicycles, along with a bunch of boaties. I actually only use one of these boaties for storage. I don't know why I bought another 7 of them. And if you're wondering how many cars I have in total, 180. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. We also have a Swift Deluxe helicopter. I believe that's $12 million. We also have 2 private jets, $10 million bucks a pop, and a couple stunt planes, a crop duster, and a microlight. Don't know the state values of them, never even used them. We got a pretty expensive garage here. 180 vehicles in total, and if we manage to get 20 more vehicles, we will not be able to purchase any more vehicles from the dealership because you can technically only have 200 cars. And let me know down below how much your garage is worth. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one.